Hello guys, look at this, we've got some glorious weather. Can you believe it? The UK, and we've got some glorious weather. I'm out here, I'm going to catch a few rays while I've got the chance, because hey, it's the first chance I've getting to be able to really get out, even though I'm only in my back garden. It doesn't matter, you know, I haven't really had the chance to get out, mainly because the weather's been crap, and obviously secondary to it is the fact is that obviously my immune system's been so low that if I go anywhere where there's a lot of people, I could catch anything and it would be like devastating to my immune system and devastating to my body. So it's been a case of I've had to sort of stay in and keep myself away from everything. So what I thought I would do is make the most of this weather, get out here, get a tan, and explain to you what's been happening this last few thingies and where we're at. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So anyway guys, like I was saying to you, yeah, what we've got going on now is this secondary phase, you know. I'm sort of only really a couple of weeks into it. Still got another sort of probably roughly about 2 months to go before I'll probably be asked in to find out my results. I do go to see Dr. Sheikh on the 4th of May, but that's literally for a review to see how things are going and to probably look at taking down the MST, which is the slow release morphine, to sort of slowly start weaning us off of that more than likely, because I've been on it for quite a while, and obviously the chances are I shouldn't really need it as much now. You know, I should hopefully be able to start being weaned off of that. The sooner I can get off all this medication that I've been taking, which, you know, I'm not on a lot now, so that's great. But the sooner I can get off of all of it, the better. You know, and then maybe I can start becoming more human again. You know, sometimes I feel like a robot, sometimes I just feel dead inside. But what have we been doing? Well, I'm still having problems sleeping. I'm not sleeping too well, but that I'm not sure whether it's taken up by the fact that I spend a lot of time playing that game, because I can literally get lost in playing it, and it can be 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, shit, I think I better get into bed and get at least see if I can get a few hours in, you know, and try and get some sleep. But I still end up waking up in early doors, you know. I'm still sort of awake any time from sort of 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't normally end up getting up, but I'll sort of let the Ben have a time on the morning to get herself sorted. So I normally wait till the Ben's gone to school before I get up, so that at least she's got her time for herself to get herself prepared for school, and I've got that thingy where when I get up there's nobody there. I can just deal with things my own way, my own pace, and not have to worry about anybody else and talk to anybody else. I can just get on with what I need to do and have that period of time to me, which is what I need. You know, I need that period of time for me. So the secondary to it is, and I'm going to show you some footage over the top of while I'm talking to you here, is I've actually started training, but only in the house. You know, it's only in the house, and it's with a very, very light amount of weight. The bar itself probably weighs about, maybe somewhere in the regions of 8 to 10 kilos, and what I've got is 2.5 kilos on each side. So really, at the end of the day, it's probably only weighing in at roughly about 15 kilos, which is nothing for me. You know, it is no weight for me yet. I'm struggling with it at the minute. I'm struggling with it for my biceps and what have you, which is strange. It feels really weird to be struggling with that low amount of weight, but I'm doing it. You know, and as you can see by the exercises that I'm doing, I'm literally doing sort of like a full body routine, but with very limited things. So I'm doing sort of only one set per exercise and per sort of body part. So you can see that it's doing the biceps. I just do one set of curls for roughly about 15 reps. I'm doing one set of sort of overhead extensions for my triceps. I'm doing one sort of like a double set for my shoulders, which is to do it in front of to the front and then to the rear, which you'll see in the video. I'm also doing a bent over row, 2 different styles to hit the 2 different areas of the back. To hit the lower lats, I'm doing what I call the Yates style rows, which is based off Dorian Yates, which was the first person I ever saw doing them. So I call them the Yatesy style row, which is an underhand grip, which you'll see, bringing them to your sort of lower waist, which hits your lower lats. And then I'm doing the standard style bent over barbell row, which obviously works the upper back and mainly the thickness rather than anything else. And then I think I went on to doing from there squatting, and that just about wiped us out. You know, doing a set of squats, it almost killed us. And then I went on and finished off with just some bodyweight press-ups, which really, pressing your own body weight is way more than lifting 15 kilos on the bar. So you know, and I've got to admit, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed working out again. I thoroughly enjoyed getting that little bit of a pump going on. I'm only going to do it 3 days a week to start with. I'm going to probably do it the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's killing us not doing it the days in between hand, but I think that's what I'm going to have to do, because I do feel the after effects of it, you know, for quite a while. And I've got to admit, after I was finished the workout, my whole body was absolutely shaking, and I felt like I could literally drop. But it felt amazing to be lifting again. Yeah, so I'm getting myself prepared for getting back into that side of things, you know, as you'll see by some of the things that I've also bought, which I don't know whether that will go in with this video or not, depending on the length of time that this video goes on for. But it honestly felt fantastic. And yes, I will admit I was tired afterwards. I end up normally on that particular days, I do end up going to bed slightly earlier. Might not be by much, but I do go to bed slightly earlier. I am still having a major league problem with the dryness in my throat, as you can probably tell, but the croakiness in my voice and that. My throat still is sore, very sore, but I am eating a hell of a lot more. I no longer use my tube. I don't use that now at all, but obviously having to put water through it in order to make sure it stays clean on the inside so that it doesn't get blocked up, so if I did need to use it, it's still usable. I still have to clean it every day. Obviously, you know, it's got to be kept clean because it's going inside of me thingy, and I don't want it sticking to us, so it's got to be kept clean, and it's got to be twisted every day still, and that's fine, that's no problem at all. They're doing the sort of water vapour treatment to open out me throat a bit more. I still do, but I really probably only do it once a day, which I should do it more than that. You know, but like I say, most of my meds are gone now. You know, I'm only literally on the slow release morphine, taking paracetamol every day, which I'm not even sure whether I need to take it every day, but I've been told by my doctor that it's best not to even take the chance by not taking it and finding the headaches come on, and then trying to combat the fact that the headaches have come on, because I do still have slight headaches all the time. It's just that they're that slight that really I don't particularly register them that much, you know. I just tend to ignore them because it's not that bad. I've been getting a weird feeling in this area. Yes, I'm still deaf in there, but I've started getting like a crackling going on, almost like it's trying to break down and empty out, which I wish it would, so that I could hear again. But it is making that weird crackling noise, and it does feel sort of slightly weird. And I really cannot wait. I really do hope that it does one day crackle or pop or thing, not hurt us, but just crackle or pop a thingy. Then all of a sudden I'll either feel it drain away, or I'll just start getting some sort of hearing back in it again. Yeah, then I'll feel a hell of a lot better knowing that that's the thing, because it'll make us feel like the cancer has been shrunk down, either killed off completely or shrunk down to a size that's small enough to not worry us so much. You know, because like we say, you know, we do know that there is a chance that I'm going to have residual cancer left over. There is that possibility. That's going to be hard to take, to know that it's there, and that, you know, I'll have to sort of rethink my life, rethink what I do for a living, you know, totally rethink everything, because seeing Royal Mail, things are changing every year. It's a great job, it's an easy enough job when you're not being pressurised and when you're not having the stresses put on you, but I'm afraid there's a lot of stresses put on me, and especially on the turn that I'm on. You know, they believe that we can do more than we can do, and we've told them from day one we can't. We've told them from day one we're not willing to work past our time for them and crap like that. But because they've got this bee in their bonnet about it, they keep pushing me and they keep on putting pressure on me, you know, which is stressful. And there's one thing I'm not willing now to take in my life is a lot of stress, you know, because I do believe that that stress that they put us under, possibly, even though there's no proof, possibly could have accentuated the how fast my cancer grew, because obviously within a year of us trying to get sorted out with my ear and my nose problem that I was having, you know, it took a year to get it sorted out. My cancer had grown to such a degree where it was advanced, and then it was big. You know, it was a T4 size, which is extremely big, extremely large. You know, and it had. I saw the video. I saw the footage of it that just showed us on the MRI scans and what have you, and yeah, it was big. You know, it was covering a vast area, like we've said in previous videos. You know, and I do believe that that was through a lot of the stresses I was having from work. You know, I don't think there's any getting away from that. So I won't want to go back into that if I have residual cancer left over. I just won't want to go back into that atmosphere and have the chance of it becoming aggressive again, and me not then being able to do anything about it, because I won't be able to have the same amount of radiography given to us again, because it would be too dangerous, and I won't be able to have the chemotherapy again because it would be too dangerous. So I would be able to have a slighter form of radiotherapy, but not straight away, because again it would be just be too dangerous. So it's something that they can look at in future years if it did start to show signs of trying to grow, if there was any residual left. Hopefully with a bit of luck there'll be nothing left, it'll all be gone. Yeah. But you got to understand, my philosophy on all of this is whatever's meant to be will be, regardless of any inclination I've got, any thoughts I've got on it, any wants that I've got or my family's got. Yeah, it will be whatever it's meant to be. It might not even be cancer that takes us down. I could end up walking out my thing. I could be on the top of my stairs and have a dizzy spell and fall down the stairs, and that's it, I'm gone. You know, we never know when our time is up. We just don't. Okay. Hopefully for the vast majority of people. Again, I only say the vast majority of people because there is people out there, which might seem horrible to say, but there is people out there that probably do deserve to friggin' die, or if they could change their ways, then they don't deserve to die. They could live on, but there is certain people, and I think you'd agree with this if I was to start stating those types of people that deserve to die, that they did deserve to die. Okay, but I'm not going to go into that, because that's not for me to think. All I've got to say is, you know, that for the vast majority of people, they deserve to live a long and prosperous life. Okay, most people don't live a prosperous life; they just live a long life, but they deserve to have a good life. You know, and I deserve to have a good life. You know, even if I say it myself, I'm a nice guy. I don't do any wrong to anybody. I pretty much don't even talk to most people, you know, because I keep to myself. I know I'm a sort of a strange sort of guy compared to most, because I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't gamble, I don't do drugs. Most of that is because I have an addictive personality, and I know if I got in any of those things, that's it. I'm knackered. You know, my life would revolve around that type of crap. You know, so I tend to sort of stay away from anything I know that there's a possibility I could become addicted to. Now, luckily, I did try smoking at one point in my life, and thankfully, I just didn't enjoy it, didn't like it, so I knocked it on the head. Same with the drinking. I went out and drank the same as a lot of people did when I was younger. Not to the extent that a lot of people do. You know, I did get peed on a couple of occasions, but not as much as what the youngins tend to do these days. Yeah, and I certainly wasn't at the age that they were these days. I mean, I don't think I started really having any sort of much in it with alcohol till I was 17, 18 year old. Yeah. And even then I sort of didn't drink too much. I stayed on the coke most of the time. I wasn't the one to go down the town drinking, or doing the tune as it's called. That wasn't for me. I've done it a few times, enjoyed it the few times I was down there, but I wasn't a big fan of it. I would prefer to just go to a local club more than anything else. And when I mean club, I mean like a social club, not a disco style club, you know. It was more of a, I'd rather go to a social club when the booze was a bit cheaper and the atmosphere was a lot better. So I didn't really get into drinking, thankfully. And then nowadays I just don't even bother, full stop, because I just not particularly bothered with the taste of it, you know. Drugs, I've never really thingied drugs because I would be too frightened that I would become addicted to them instantly and I would need them in my life, you know. So, and I know some of the Americans class drugs as in the type of stuff I'm taking, the medications I'm taking are classed as drugs to them. I'm talking about amphetamines and stuff like that, you know, that what we in the UK class as drugs. It's amphetamines and high thingy stimulants and your cocaines and stuff like that, you know. That's what I'm on about, and I've never been, and I wouldn't want to try any of that stuff because I would be too worried to becoming addicted to even the lowest form of thingy, you know. And even something like cannabis or something like that, I would be worried that I would become addicted to needing that as a way of either getting high or chilling out or whatever it is it does to you, you know. And I just didn't want that. So so hopefully that's giving you an insight into how things are progressing for us, some of my insights. If there's anything you'd like to know more about some of my styles of thinking and stuff like that, yeah, then let us know and I'll make a video on it, you know. Right now I'm going to enjoy the sunshine just a little bit longer before it heads off round the corner of my house, and I'll have a look now. It's sort of putting some touches to this video and getting ready for to upload it in a week's time, or less than a week's time. By the time it goes up, more than likely it'll probably be maybe it's in about 3 or 4 days time or so. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching those that are. I hope it does help you out in any way, shape or form, because that's what I'm trying to do here. You know, I'm just trying to let people, let anyone that's going through a similar type of thing or a similar scare or anything know that it's pointless getting too worried about stuff, because what's going to happen is going to happen. It don't make no difference what you try and do to put it off. Yes, you're going to have choices in life of going this way or that way, and you believe that this choice is going to have a profound effect. No, it was already written that you're going to choose to go that way, whether you like it or not. Even if you think yourself, fuck it, this is the way I want to go, so instead I'm going to go this way to prove him wrong. No, it was already written that you would think like that and do that. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter which direction you go in. That's the way you were meant to go. That's the way that you were programmed to go, and that's the way you're gonna go. And whatever happens in your life, happens in life. It's meant to happen in your life, and it's already put in your timeline, just waiting for you to get to that point. So guys, you know, and girls, don't ever think for 1 second that yes, you can have choices, and yes, you can battle it like I'm battling it. Yeah, because that's what I'm meant to do. You're meant to battle it. You're meant to not just lie down and take it and go, fuck it, I've got cancer, I'm going to die, that's it, and lay it down and just die. Nah, you're fucking not meant to do that, man. You're meant to get up and battle it. That's the whole point in life, man. Yeah, your body is built to survive. That's what it does. Yeah, so you do it, you fight it, and you fight it tooth and nail. But if it's going to take you down, guys, it's going to take you down, okay? But you still got to put up that fight. Yeah, you still got to know that life is worth living, and that you've got to live it to the best of your freaking possibilities, no matter what. Okay, you do that. You put up the fight. You live life. You enjoy it the best you possibly can, and then whatever happens in your life, know it was meant to happen, and you've got no choice in it. It's going to happen, no matter what. But live the best life you possibly can. for as much as you can. Okay, guys. So again, I'm going to repeat this now. Thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. This is the Not So Bearded Wolf, and I'm out, guys.